welcome everybody. This is going to be a brand new council, and it's going to be very, very different than what I've seen in the past.
Could you speak a little closer to the mic?
Right here?
Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. This council is very different than those that I have worked with before, but I'm looking forward to it. I actually have a PowerPoint that I was going to show you guys, but the IML just blew my thunder. They talked about parliamentary procedure, and it's this very same, almost word for word, as to what I had on my PowerPoint. So I'm going to bypass that. I will not be redundant. I'm going to move forward with some things that I think that you all might be able to use. I'm going to give you a little bit about the clerk's office, what it is that we do. It's just a very short something, but it's something that I think you guys might be able to feel the need to do, and we're there for you. The first thing that I have down here is that we preserve and maintain the official permanent records of the city and documents that they have. We develop and implement record retention schedule as per the Illinois Local Records Commission. We are the keeper of the city seal, and I certify and attest official signatures on municipal documents. If my signature and my seal is not on it, it's not something that's going to be considered a legal thing if it has to go to court for anything. We meet all the requirements and legal notices of publication requirements that include legal advertisements, ordinances, and other documents, as well as legal notifications and official filings and recordings of municipal documents with the county and other governmental entities. We act as the clerk for the city council. That includes preparation and distribution of meeting agendas and meeting materials, recording minutes, transcribing minutes, preparing calendars, and making travel arrangements for you all if you wanted to go to any of the conferences that might be available to you later. We distribute incoming mail. We post outgoing mail. We issue raffle license. We register domestic partnerships. We receive claims filed against the city. We coordinate and retain subdivision construction bonds. We verify updates of the city code and zoning regulations. We provide services for the public and news media, which includes maintaining copies of documents for public inspection, coordinating and uploading materials to the city's webpage, receiving all FOIA requests, maintaining FOIA log, and assisting the Freedom of Information Officer as is needed. The clerk is the local election authority for the municipality. I distribute and process candidates' nomination papers, and by the nature of my position, I am a deputy registrar. That's a little bit about what we do in the clerk's office, and when I say a little, I mean a very little. We do so much more. I did notice that when the guys was talking to you from IMRF, they didn't say a whole lot about the different kinds of motions that's out there for you. There are 13 motions that you can use in order to get the business done that you need to do. And it always starts with the main motion on the floor. So you got to have that one first before you can go to any other ones. And I'll give you guys a copy of this that shows you the 13 motions that you're going to need. I'll make a copy of that. I didn't have it for the stuff that I have right now. There's privilege motions. I often wondered what did they mean when they said privilege motions when I first got started. That is a motion which does not relate to the pending question, but have to do with matters of urgency and importance. You can do this without debate. They allow you to interrupt anything that's going on at the moment. And the kinds of things that are privilege motions is motions to adjourn, motions for recess, motions to raise the question of privilege, and motions to call for the orders of the day. The orders of the day, in some cases before, people thought that that meant if I call for the orders, that's going to stop any discussion and anything like that. We're through, and now we're just going to take it and go ahead on and make our vote and end this. It's not that way. You have to have 2/3 of a vote from the people that's on the assembly to allow you to call for the orders of the day. There's subsidiary motions, and they are motions that assist the assembly in treating or disposing of a main motion, such as laying it on the table, calling for the previous question, to limit or extend debate, to postpone to a certain time, to refer to a committee. Yeah, to refer to a committee. Now, if you lay something on the table, you're in the process of discussing, you do know that laying it on the table is the temporary thing. And generally, by the end of your meeting, you have to call it back off the table. If you don't want to take it any further, then is when you have to send it to another place or, do it to a time certain. You can refer a motion to a committee or to another meeting if that's what you want to do, and that's also part of the subsidiary motion. Okay, parliamentary motions is needed, and it's needed for specific reasons. Okay, you always start with your main motion. Any motion to amend or to do, or if they have any questions or want to discuss anything other than that, you always start with the last motion that you made to do your voting. And you go all the way down, and the main motion is the last one that you vote on. That's if the motions that you are making or the amendments that you are making does not change the main motion completely, then you do have to go back and make that main motion final. You can postpone a motion indefinitely, and when you do something like that, that means that the motion is gone for a long time, possibly dead, okay? And you won't have to bring it back anymore. The main motion brings a question again before the assembly. You can do that by a reconsideration. That means that if you have an item that you're dealing with and you make a motion on that, people vote, it either passes or it fails, and after you have thought about it for a minute and you decide that you think you'd like to get some more information or that you would like to change your vote, the person on the winning side would have to be the one to call that motion back for reconsideration, and it has to have a 2/3 vote to do that as well. That means that you can discuss it again. You can change your vote at that time if that's what you wish, or if it failed, or if it passed and it still does it the same time. If it does it a second time, then it stands as it was before. We had an incident that was very similar to that. I think that it was not done within the same week that the motion failed, and so we considered that to be one that it wasn't going to come back again. However, it could have. It could have, because what it states is that it can come back within a specific time. If you're going to do 2 weeks or 1 week further, then you'd have to redo the entire thing all over again. But it could have come back and could have been voted on within a timely manner. But that's done now and it's over with, and the next time we will know better. There's incidental motions, and the incidental motion is point of information, parliamentary inquiry, division of the assembly or division of a question that might be pending for you, withdraw a motion, object to consideration of a special motion, motion to suspend the rules, and a motion to appeal from the ruling of the chair. If the chair rules one way and the assembly wants to rule another way, then they can appeal that motion, but the the chair of the meeting would have to state why they made that motion the way that they did and why they wanted to do it that way. There's a point of order. That's one that will stop everything and have the question that someone might say, I have a point of order, then the chair or whomever is going to have to explain what's going on when the person say, I have a point of order for whatever item it is that they're talking about or motion that they're talking about. If the chair made it, then the chair has to explain why they made the motion the way that they did. That's just a couple of little things. Everything else that you all need from us in the clerk's office is in the little packet that I have laid on there for you. Our phone numbers in the clerk's office is on the very last page of one of those things, and please feel free to call us. We're there for you. There's always someone in the clerk's office. We very seldom work from home. So if you have anything that you need to have done here, just call us and we are here for you. Is there any questions? Yes.
Thank you for the presentation. And along the way, do people typically kind of support each other if there's a question about procedures, or it seems like in the past people have kind of come to you to chime in and walk through what needs to be done? Is that kind of the appropriate thing to do if we're not sure in the moment procedurally?
Yes, you can still do that. Yeah, I'm there for you.
Thank you. Yeah, it seemed helpful, like this little guardian angel chiming in of like, you need to make a motion. Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
James?
All right.
Thank you for the presentation. So that means you are our parliamentarian of the board?
Sorta.
Okay.
Okay.
An unofficial parliamentarian?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions? Okay, thank you.